Of foolery, y'all. Why these pastors out here wilding? Why they out here wilding? So
Because
we
they're
there
not real
were
pastors.
right. Everybody could be ordained. Everybody could be called upon to say the Lord's word. I suggest. Well, this pastor here, he had a different kind of word for his congregation there. Uh, Mr. Hold on, let me pull him up here. Sorry, y'all. We're gonna cut this out. I told you I'll be having my little screenshots and then it be going away.
While she's doing that, Jametrice, what are you drinking out of your cup right there? You on mute, honey. We can't hear you. You're on mute, Michi.
Lemon, coffee, and hot water.
That sounds very disgusting. I'm not even lying.
Right, nothing added. It definitely it's for weight loss, but
I just feel like lemon and coffee are two very harsh, like they're very strong flavors. And so I wonder how that tastes together.
you want to taste it.
No, ma'am.
You should. I mean, it's not
My
so bad.
grandmama told me coffee stunts your growth.
Girl, yours is already stunted.
Okay.
Okay,
Y'all
all
get treated in the pea pie, just so y'all know.
right. The little smallest one in the pea pie. Look, so it's okay for you to drink some of that. No, but I mean, you know how you see trends on stuff. I seen this trend. I started, and it works. Like I've noticed. You know what? No, I mean it doesn't make me. They say coffee makes you go straight to the bathroom, but my bad.
I'll go. I'll go eventually. All right. So this pastor here, Mr. Carlton, I don't know why I can't never say Carlton, Funderbuke, a senior pastor at Church at the Well, had a few choice words for his congregation here. You know, they was kind of they was rubbing him the wrong way. He felt some kind of way about him. God dog. Hold on, let me pull it up. It never comes all the way through. Where'd it go? Okay, here it is.
That's how I know you still poor, broke, busted, and disgusted, because of how you've been honoring me. I'm not worth your McDonald's money. Come on.
Hello.
I'm not worth your Red Lobster money.
Oh.
I ain't worth your St. John knit. Y'all can't afford it no how.
Oh.
I ain't worth y'all Louis Vuitton. I ain't worth your Prada. I'm not worth your Gucci.
It's in the background. Come on.
Mother, I'm saying this, and I promise you, Deacon, it's not with respect and want. I'm saying it because I want you to understand just what God is saying. I even found out that Movado, you can buy a Movado watch in Sam's. Yes, you can.
Yes,
And
you
y'all
can.
know I asked for one last year. Here it is the whole way in August. I still ain't got it. Y'all ain't saying nothing. Let me kick down the door and talk to my cheap sons and daughters.
He said he asked for a watch last year and he still ain't got one. What's taking y'all so long? They sell it over at the Sam's Club. Broke, busted, and disgusted.
Well, Movado watches, I mean, so it's different class of when you start to get some money. You know what I'm saying? So, like, at first, depending on, like, you know, if you ain't rich or whatever, what it was like the Michael Kors, the gas type of fossil. And then it's like, I mean, I don't know all the watches, but I got me a little Movado. I mean, but then, you know, I guess when you get a little bit more money, maybe it'll be a little Gucci. You know, something else, I don't know. But who want to take?
But what y'all think about him? He said he asked for one, but he ain't worthy of your Louis, your Movados. What's up with these preachers these days trying to get a come up off their congregation?
First of all, you done stole all our money. Got your hair swinging around like drop the mic Eddie Murphy on.
Oh my gosh, did you see
Extra chocolate?
Extra chocolate got to look like a
wait, I did that hit at the.
And I did here go. You done stole all our money down at the congregation, down to that bowl that y'all we pass around, and you dressed to the T. Then you got to turn around and call us broke. Talking about your broke folks. You got all the money. That's what killed me about some of these pastors, especially like the one that was dressed down in the Gucci. What was it? Is it Kim Burrell? She was hollering folks was broke too. Because after y'all done got y'all money and now y'all feeling y'all self, and after y'all done stole everybody money is when Kim Burrell ain't a pastor or whatever, but
Kim Burrell the one that was calling people ugly, right?
She probably was.
She was like, "It's okay, you ugly." He's like, "Some y'all musty."
And see, and this is why people don't like the church. Like they don't like to go to the place that's supposed to be the house of God, because you got these now we all sinners, but you got these worshipers that's supposed to be telling us about ourselves. It's supposed to become as you are, you know, you're supposed to be accepted, but yet if they come as you are, you want to call them ugly and broke. And why is that even a significance in the church setting? Like, as far as us following what we deem as the will of God and stuff like that, first of all, I things I be going through, like I had a friend tell me like, "Oh, that was a little bad luck," and I'm like, bad luck. In this life, we are gonna go through stuff. You're not just gonna some people may not go through everything that somebody else go through, but the people that die in a crash, that's bad luck. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a part of life. You know what I mean? We're gonna live and die. Now, granted, some things in our life that we probably haven't been awarded because of the things we do. Who knows? You see what I'm saying? But it's a lot of people that are awarded money, and they out here worshiping the devil. So is that really
asking his congregation for that?
Wait. What he was
asking, he was saying about how, oh, y'all got money for that Louis, y'all got money for this. He literally said, but I've been asking for a Movado since last year and I ain't got one yet.
Also, he want them to buy him something.
Right. Yeah. So that was the thing. So the thing about it for me was, this is the perfect example of what they call false prophets. Mm-hmm. So you got these false prophets, and that's the thing. Like, I am a Christian. But the problem is that some people make us look so bad and so hypocritical that you don't get mad at people sometimes. They're like, I don't believe in church. Like, I understood. It wasn't until I was older and I understood the concept. People say, I am Christian, but I'm not religious. Because what they're saying is, I believe, but the stuff that those folks be doing up in there, I ain't with. And I get it, because you got people like him. I know you didn't worry about Red Lobster, y'all got Red Lobster money. Everybody know Red Lobster is not expensive.
Okay, it made no business.
That was like when we was
back in the day. Red Lobster was expensive, but not now. We got jobs now to pay us real money. Red Lobster ain't even what we talking.
Go downtown to the nice restaurants and pay them.
Right, but why you checking for everything that your congregation doing? Because you mad about, I asked for a Movado last year. They sold at the Sam's Club, and you ain't gave me one yet.
Put it in the collection plate.
First of all, I don't have to give you anything. Your gift is the fact that you are getting to minister from the Lord to me. That is the only gift that you are supposed to be getting from me. Now, if I decide I want to be nice and buy you something, you can take that. But don't ask me about no Movado watch. Don't ask me about how I went to Red Lobster and I didn't put nothing in the collection plate. Because listen, you sound like the trifling person that you are. And the fact that lady in the background with the, come on now, come on.
Gallery. She was at the Sam's Club trying to get that watch.
And
no, she wasn't, because she didn't buy it.
Low key, high
she didn't buy it.
Like, that's how some of the people, it's crazy. Like, you'd be amazed. Like, some of those people covet they pastors like crazy. And somebody would legit up in there be like, well, y'all know Pastor do deserve this. All right, who want to put in? No,
but they didn't buy that Movado watch last year, though. Nobody bought it.
I grew up in the Mormon church. And I mean, I say this because, it's a lot of stigma behind the church. But what I will say is what I liked about that church, and what I grew up in it. It's not something I chose when I was younger, but my mom is no longer part of necessarily that faith because she don't want to follow false prophets. But what I did like what they did with the money is, first of all, they don't pass a collection plate. They have an envelope that you do on your own time, but they have food banks like storages, houses, or whatever that has groceries, sanitary needs, household needs, that if you need it, if you are a member of the church and you don't have a vehicle, somebody will do your order. You know what I mean? You go to the bishop and you say what you need, and he'll fill it out. Somebody will do your order, and they'll drop it off to your home. If your family member need food, because we have done that for our family, where we have did food orders for them and whatever household needs, sanitary needs, and we picked it up and gave it to them. A lot of the money goes to helping the congregation. You know what I'm saying? They pay your rent. Now I ain't saying people go join the church because like they go pay my rent, but they have paid rent. They have paid some of our family's bills. You know what I mean? Light bills, like whatever type of bill that they need. If we was like a member,
give and don't be asked.
But that's what the whole the like you have different type of offerings, like the benevolent versus the tithes. I get it. And that's for the congregation.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm just saying.
But this dude blatantly asked you for what?
Right.
They selling that
we knew where, and if you didn't give money, especially if you didn't have it, 10% of, they say it's 10% of what you bring home, right? 10% of nothing is nothing. So if you didn't have it, and you know what I mean, it wasn't like nobody was going, she ain't been paying her tax. Nobody sees what you're doing anyway. You see what I'm saying? But it was this lady here I used to hear, because I used to tell her that our bishops with our church, they don't get payment. They work jobs. I have been around them. They work jobs. They go to work every day and they work jobs. You are, this is a gift that you didn't get from God. You know what I mean? You are stepping into this position to minister to us and to whomever. You know what I mean? So that you shouldn't get payment, but you just be like, pastor got to have some money. You got to pay pastor the money. And I'm like, okay, so that was
but that's not just Mormon though. Like I've been AME and Baptist, and my pastors had jobs, so that's not it. It's about whether or not they doing it for the right reason,
right? Yeah. No, I mean, yeah, she felt like you should. She felt like
pastor's anniversary, you get that good old love offering. If it ain't pastor's anniversary, this go to the building fund. It goes to make sure we actually have full walls,
more structures, more. Shoot, I went to camp. We never paid for camp when I was growing up. I took some of my friends to camp. They didn't have to pay for anything. I've been to, we have, you know what I mean? So it goes for a lot of things. So being able to see where your money going versus just giving the pastor money so the pastor could get that Movado.
Right.
Or a bag.
He wouldn't got no Movado from me.
Well, I guess he had a had a little come to Jesus moment, so to speak, because after it went viral, he has issued an apology. Like here you go.
I'm the senior pastor of Church of the Well right here in Kansas City, Missouri. I want to take this moment to address the now viral video clip of me from a sermon given August the 7th, 2022. Though there is context behind the content of the clip, no context will suffice to explain the hurt and anguish caused by my words. I've spoken to those I am accountable to and have received their correction and instruction. I have also privately apologized to our church, who has extended their love and support to me. I'm privileged to do life with them. The video clip does not reflect my heart or my sentiments toward God's people, yet that's not discernible in the clip.
No, it's not.
Therefore, I offer this sincere apology to you today. No context could erase the words I used. I apologize to all who have been hurt, angered, or in any way damaged by my words. The zeal of any presentation must be tempered with love and respect, and that was not displayed. I apologize to the church at large for any undue scrutiny I have subjected you to. I apologize to every preacher and pastor who must stand up under the controversy that I have caused.
Hallelujah.
All right. So what you think about his apology? Kind of well
somebody
written.
wrote that for him.
Yeah, I was about to say kind of well written.
Shut up.
Somebody else wrote it for him.
And then you like, I knew something was swinging in his head. Like I see them little curls. You like, the clip that went viral 2 days ago.
So So in other words, if he hadn't never went viral, he would have never took it back. It's the fact that somebody recorded him and put him on the internet.
Ain't that usually how it go? Nobody ever says like, it's like, well, y'all caught me.
Basically, that's what he said though in the clip that went viral on
Pastor.
August 7th, 2022.
At
I
5:54
remember like it was
a.m.
yesterday. Let me tell you something, Pastor Carlton. Don't sit your behind some down. I'm surprised those people are following you because I don't see how people can't look at somebody and be like, you a fraud.
But just like old boy. And you know what? Speaking of old boy, as far as like frauds, there was a old woman that had a little bit of an observation. So in case y'all didn't know about what's that pastor, the Brooklyn pastor that was robbed during his live sermon, and for y'all that didn't see a little bit of it, I got a little clip from ABC 7 News of the alleged robbery.
A bishop in Brooklyn was robbed at gunpoint in the middle of a church service.
Hold on, y'all. Sorry, technical difficulties. Don't know why it ain't going in there. Here we go. Let's try that again.
Right. A bishop in
Oh my God, what happened?
See if it'll pop up, and then when it starts actually showing the video, just reverse it. Reverse. Reverse.
A bishop in Brooklyn was robbed at gunpoint in the middle of a church service. The crime was caught on the church's live stream yesterday. Bishop Lamar Whitehead says 3 men with guns stole hundreds of...
No, I won't come up. Okay, well, I'll just say that, pastor was robbed, and he was allegedly robbed of $1.1 million of jewelry. But a young woman on TikTok observed something that was a little bit off about pastor as of late. Let's see if this is the first one.
Thinks we're stupid. This man thinks we're idiots. This is the bishop at his sermon here 1 week after his robbery. I noticed something strange about this picture when I saw it. Do you see it? Do you see it? Here he is the day of the robbery. Oh. Do you see it? No. You notice what's on his hand? It was so nice of those robbers to return that ring to him. Especially considering it must be his favorite ring. I mean, he must have some sort of attachment to it. I've never seen him wear anything else. It must have tremendous sentimental value. Or maybe it's the only damn ring he owns. I think it's officially time to tag the NYPD and the FBI in this video. You know what? Let's go ahead and tweet this video to Mayor Eric Adams while we're at it.
So that ring was one of the items that he was claiming was stolen by the robbers. And I wanted to play the video because I wanted to show y'all the video of how when the robbery even happened, there was a dude that was literally like on the side right here that didn't move an inch when the robbery went down.
I want to try to see this video one more time. What the video is?
Yeah, because I'll tell you, this dude ain't moved not an inch. Let me see if I can.
Dollars worth
I have a question about why Pastor has 1.1 million of jewelry on him.
Between him and his wife, they had 1.1 of jewelry. Oh, but she has a second video because people were like, "Oh no, that's an oval ring that he has on right now."
Oh,
the one he had before was a square one, and then she explains that part as well.
Standing during the robbery with his hand at the angle it was at. Thinks we're... No, I'm telling you, it's all about the angle. Like if you have him standing where he was standing during the robbery with his hand at the angle it was at during the robbery, look. See? You cannot tell me that that's not the same ring. You see how the gem is like raised and rounded around the edges? Yeah, it makes an optical illusion. So when you hold it at certain angles, it looks rounded. If it was flat, like inlaid all on one surface, then it would always look square. But it's not going to always look square because it's raised.
So I was like, okay, that's the point. So
yeah,
he miraculously got his ring back. I think we all knew though that.
Here's the thing:
he wasn't being all the way right about that.
The crazy thing is, there used to be a saying that one of my family members used to say all the time, and it's in the Bible, and I couldn't tell you. I don't be Bible thumping quite like that.
Matthew 16,
so I can't tell you this verse, but it says something about it will be harder. It's the hard for a rich person something make it into heaven than it is the thread. It's something I can't remember exactly the verse, but that's what I'm saying. Between a pastor and his wife, why do you have $1.1 million worth of things to steal on your person at one given time? That lets me know that you are not giving enough to the community because your community around you cannot. How could you have that much of jewelry or something on that someone could rob you?
Because he robbed other people. You know, he had the one allegedly where he robbed one of his parishioners of $90,000 of her money, talking about something he was going to invest it.
I thought it was them people that was trying to get their money back and ran up on there and said, "Give my stuff back, you."
You sure?
I don't care if I am at the church. We about to go back and get our stuff back that he just stole because he got all this stuff you're wearing in front of our face.
And what minister dresses like the pimp from a player's ball?
I told you, anytime I hear, and don't get me wrong, I'm unaffiliated and not to talk mess about anybody's religion, but I ain't gonna lie. When I hear somebody, I swear, when I hear somebody say that they a pastor, all I hear is Akon in the background going, "Come man, come man, come." That's all I hear. I don't be trusting it. I don't.
Nowadays with these new ministers, like I think Jametrice said earlier, anybody can be ordained nowadays. Literally, you can go on the internet and become an ordained minister all of a sudden. It's very problematic to me the fact that you literally can walk around with $1.1 million worth of things on you to quote unquote be robbed of. Like, I can't understand what could you actually really be doing in the community that you could be robbed on that much. Who wears that much? Even celebrities, unless they go into like some type of big award ceremony, they ain't even wearing that much. What is wrong with you?
It's like, who you trying to show out to? You're right. I'd be scared too anyway. That somebody knock me upside my head while I'm walking down the street.
And I
just thinking that it was.
You probably stole it from the parishioners anyway.
Sure did. You already know.